we're here at Creative Social. Nice to be here with you. What's your name, where do you work, and what's your role, please?
My name is Paul Kitcatt, and I am the Chief Creative Officer of Kitcatt Nor, which is an agency that I founded with 3 other partners in 2002.
Brilliant. We're going to ask a few questions about career progression. So, what was your first job in an agency, and how did you get it?
My first job was as a trainee copywriter, and it was at an agency called Brand Direct Marketing, which was the second largest direct marketing agency in the UK. I have to tell you that I had no idea about any of that. Previously, I had been a teacher. I was a teacher for 4 years in comprehensive schools in Bristol, and I met this person whose name was Graham Robertson, and he was very well known in the industry at the time. He was a small man with a bald head and enormous frizzy hair and beard. He looked like a wizard. And when I walked in, he asked me if I could write. And I had always written as a kind of thing that I did, as a hobby, if you like, right from the age of 3. And so I said, yes, absolutely. And he said, okay, here's a copy test. He gave me a copy test to do, which I then did. And when I finished it, he had a look at it, and he said, I'd like to offer you a job, which was pretty amazing. And he offered me more money than I was getting as a teacher, and I thought that was also incredible. I've since discovered it was the lowest possible salary you could give anyone in the business, but from teaching it was huge.
And what's been your motivation to reach the level you have? I mean, you started your own agency at some point, but what's been your motivation to reach the level you have?
Well, what happened was that after 3 months, he indeed promoted me, and I realised very quickly that I was in a place where I could do well. It was full of one of the features of our business is people are relentlessly optimistic. They're very up. You can't be in this business if you're not an optimist, because frankly what happens as a creative is you frequently get squashed down and you've got to bounce right back up and go again. And I love that. I love the atmosphere. I love the attitude. And I also thought this is brilliant because you work on a variety of clients. You get to look into other people's businesses, over the fence into their garden, see what's going on, fiddle around with it, but then you come back out. You don't share the risk always, and to a degree you do, obviously, because if your work doesn't work, you'll lose the account. But still, you're playing in a way, and I think playfulness is a characteristic of all great creatives. You have to be playful, and also I have a very absorbent mind. I like to pick up lots of information, so I love the fact that you're learning things about banking, it sounds boring, but banking, insurance, charities, this kind of thing, that kind of thing, learning all about it and filtering it through your creative brain. Lovely.
And what does it take to get noticed, either at the start of your career, if you're looking for promotions? What do you look for in creative talent?
The qualities I'm looking for are curiosity. So I want people who want to find out about their client's business. Optimism, I've already mentioned. I think they have to have very wide-ranging minds. I think if you only look inwards into the agency, very soon your ideas will become stale. You have to look outside. You have to have lots of stimulus and inspiration from the outside world. So you have to be absorbent to all of that, bring it to play in your work. I think you have to be a linear and a lateral thinker. You have to be able to think through business problems, but you also have to be able to jump sideways and go to the unexpected places. You have to challenge yourself. The highest standards that you should set are for yourself. I will feel disappointed in myself if I don't do my very, very best work. That's my motivation, is to do the best I can.
And do you think promotions are something that creatives should strive for, or should their work, earn them promotions?
Creatives are very poor at promoting themselves. I was the same. I mean, I was completely surprised when I was given this opportunity to become executive creative director. I think they don't manage their careers particularly well. I think the job of the creative director is to foster the talent and to see what people are capable of. And as you know, people will often work in pairs or in small teams. One of the things that you have to do is split them up from time to time, rematch them, move them around, give them new challenges, and bring them on. And I think that falls to the creative director, because the creators themselves will be rubbish, I think.
How have you continued to influence people and stay at the top of your industry?
I was in the process of being up for it. I found myself being invited to write in the trade press from time to time and come to events like the one we're at tonight and speak, and to become a judge on various awards juries and things like that. And you have to, as time goes by, you actually have to edit them a bit, but to begin with, you should say yes to everything again, every opportunity. Because if you want to do well and if you want to succeed in the business, you need to be the focus of other people's attention too. You have to, if I can put it this way, you have to look after your own brand. Do a bit of work on that.
Source LF are London's leading creative communications and media recruitment agency. Be sure to like our video and subscribe to this channel. Take the moment to watch another of our videos on screen now.